One of the reasons I like this show a lot is there's some subversiveness in it, just like in your stand-up. And good art should be uncomfortable like that, and not only uncomfortable to the audience, but it should be uncomfortable to the creator too.
Oh yeah, my show, a lot of it is uncomfortable to me. I mean, there are just things that I'm like, oh man, we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And that's how I know we're in a good spot. And it took me a second to really settle into that, and I like that. And I never want to be desensitized to a point where, you know, I'm not uncomfortable by something.
Sure.
So it's kind of finding the right, you know, finding that right balance.
Yeah.
And that is a good radar. And so much of that for me is because I, you know, believe in my faith and I am a practicing Muslim, that I know when I'm touching something that is gray, and for me, questioning it in the right way feels like an important expression of faith. You know, I think that, you know, good faith has questioning, and good faith has testing and understanding where we are as humans. And so I use that as a barometer as to what I'm gonna do and what I'm not gonna do. You know, there's that quote about television that it's not prescriptive, it's descriptive. So this isn't telling you what to do, it is telling you what happens, and it's kind of playing in those spaces. And so that's so much of what this show is,
Yeah.
You know, how can me, as someone who is a person of faith, push certain lines, certain things that we don't have a framework to talk about if you're in a community of faith, because you kind of don't want to talk about it. You want to say, oh, no, it's not happening, or that's not what we do.
Right.
But you could watch the show and kind of say, well, oh, look at the character of Ramy and look at what he did. That's what not to do. It's almost like my character is so flawed that it's like I was kind of joking with, there were people on Twitter kind of going off about the show, and there was one who was like an imam, you know, like a religious leader, and he was like, I can't believe this character of Ramy does this, does that, does that. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. That's kind of what this show is for. Right? Because you can't, as an imam, get up in the congregation and call up an individual person and say, well, you know, Ahmed did this and did that.
Right.
But you could say, hey, you know that Ramy show? That's bullshit. And it's an amazing, it's like we created a frame of reference for communities to talk about it.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you liked what you just saw, then why not subscribe? Click right here for lots more off camera. And if you want to see the hour-long version of these conversations, I'm going to give you the secret link. Here it is, offcamera.com. Check it out.